Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue our testing of FSD Supervise. So we have 12.3.4 and I'm going to take my normal commute into work, and you can see how it goes. It's later in the day, so traffic will be less, but at least it'll give you an idea. Let's get into it. Okay, here we go. I have 19 miles to go. I just started my commute here from just east of Cincinnati to downtown Cincinnati. Hopefully the sound is okay. I'm just using the DJI camera here. A little jerky without the lines. I'm obviously covering the steering wheel and the brake. One of the things I have noticed, even with the updated 12.3.4, is it really doesn't like to go the set speed. You have to really push it. Now, obviously, this is a pretty, curvy and sketchy road from that standpoint of lines. You can see here I have it set on average. I don't know why minimal lane changes. I like that. I don't know why it doesn't stay there once that's chosen. So not sure at all why that's the case. I will say that it does very well indeed on highway driving. It does not do well enough for me to spend money on it for the city. If I know they just lowered the subscription price to $100. I think it's getting there. It's getting where it might be worth it. If for highway drives, it is not by no stretch of the imagination, in my personal opinion, worth it for city driving. But then again, how much aid do we really need in city driving? I understand the point is to go, totally autonomous. I get that, but yeah, I'm just not sold. If your goal isn't autonomy from a user standpoint, in other words, I'll just drive in the city. Or on these country roads. Now, on the highway, to me, it makes a lot of sense. And the enhanced autopilot, to me, should just be autopilot. That's what should come with the car. The ability to change lanes is really a benefit on a long trip. Travel assist, the Volt, our other vehicle, is a 2023 ID4, and guess what? It has travel assist and it has lane change standard. Travel assist is standard. If Tesla is so good at this, why don't they give us the equivalent of autopilot? So that would be enhanced autopilot as standard. That, to me, that's and then you can pay extra for the city driving or the summon or things like that if that means something to you. So yeah, let's see how we get on, and we'll go from there. If I do speed this up at any time, I'll put it on the screen that I did so. Coming to a stop here. 4-way stop. Covering the brake. Looks clear to me. Even on the average setting here for autopilot settings, it's quite aggressive when it pulls out. see it is going the speed limit. Just up to 66 miles per hour. And this is what I was talking about. Okay, so here it goes. Let's see if it actually does 66. There we go, 65. I'll definitely let you know if there's any interventions. I have found it does a really good job on limited access roads, interstates. This is not technically limited access, but it's higher speed. And so it does a fine job. Again, see the speed, I have it set to 66. Not sure what we're waiting on. Not a huge deal, but there's really no reason why it shouldn't be going 66. But I'm going to use the accelerator. Okay. Great. Lane change here. Okay, it's braking, but there's no reason to. Okay, now it definitely should. Okay, stopping pretty abruptly here. Okay, using the accelerator, get up to my set speed. There we go. I will say the lane changes work pretty well, but the ones, like, if it's not moving enough for me or it doesn't change in the appropriate lane, I will sometimes initiate a lane change and then it like second guesses itself. Not always, but sometimes. And it'll start to go over, then turn the blinker over off, and then come back, and then make the actual turn. That's when indicating in autopilot. Or full FSD, I should say. You can tell it's an FSD when you see the blue, solid blue line as opposed to two blue lines for the lanes. Okay. Again, not the biggest deal, but I mean, I don't see why we're not going 66. We'll use the accelerator to nudge it up to 66. Yeah, there we go. Apologize for hearing a lot of background noise. It's a 2020 Tesla Model 3, and they're not known to be the quietest cars. Also, I have Michelin Cross Climate too, so they're a little bit noisy from a tire perspective relative to the OE spec tires. Okay, great. So there it hesitated. You know, we weren't in a turn or anything. It's a little bit of the behavior I was talking about, where we'll go over, come back, and then finally make the turn. I have found though, when you indicate in an FSD, if you want to make a change, it's more hesitant than when it does it on its own. It's a beautiful day here in Southwest Ohio. The I would signal here we're at I in control, but it did not. Okay, I'm increasing the speed to 71. Great efficiency on these spring days. Looks like 5.5 miles per kilowatt hour, 202 watt hours per mile. Okay, good signal there. Okay, this is the merge lane. I was going to choose to get into the right lane. That's what I would do. Increase speed to 71. Really don't like that Tesla does not have a capacitive steering wheel like the Volkswagen ID4 does, where you can just touch and it knows you're there, as opposed to the way Tesla does it, which is you literally have to torque the wheel and turn it. It's a little bit annoying. I'm sure there's some cost savings there, but I can't imagine it would be that much. Okay. So I would probably get out of this lane and get into the middle lane. Let's see if it does. We have someone on our line spot. Okay, that's clear. Okay. Cool. We'd rather be in the slow lane than hang out in the middle lane for sure. But I think it's hanging out a little too much in the slow lane. Why aren't you getting over? I mean, I did minimal lane changes, I get that. But it was changing. Alright, I'm going to indicate a lane change. Okay, no, don't want to go that far. There we go. Okay, so we do need to get into the right lane here. Okay. Good lane change. Now, I sometimes do notice that it doesn't always go nearest legal lane to nearest legal lane, and which is obviously what you're supposed to do. We'll see. Okay, turn on red. Yeah, looks good. Alright, and then I need to, okay, it's signaling, that's great. I need to get, and then once more. Very good. Left-hand lane. Okay, here's somebody getting over, that's very good. And this fire truck. I'm taking over because the fire truck needs to back in. All right, so I think it did a pretty good job. My garage is just up here on the left. And yeah, I mean, maybe it would have stopped for the fire truck. I don't know, but I didn't want to take any chances. It did swerve for the lady on the left, so I don't know. Let me know what you think. Is this worth $100 a month to be able to do this? Again, I'm driving now. It's city. I'm not sure why that's a problem driving in the city. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Let me know how you like this. Shooting with from the Osmo, DJI Osmo, and I will see you on the next one.